All right, hey guys, welcome to the welcome, welcome to this reaction video of the Destiny 2 Lightfall launch trailer. Yes, you knew it was coming. I think everybody knew this was coming because I mean it's only like I said, we're only 4 days away from Lightfall, and I'm so excited. Um, I'm gonna say this though, I've watched. I mean, obviously, I'll admit I've watched the trailer. Okay, I'm gonna admit that. But it's also cool to react to, even though you have seen it loads of times, because I have actually seen this probably 12 times now already, because I'm just loving the vibes of this trailer. There is something about this trailer that's got me so hyped about this DLC, and I'm hoping that by many people who may have not played Destiny in a while, when they see this trailer, hopefully it will get you to want to check out Destiny 2 in some capacity. And in fact, there is actually a reason for you to check out Destiny 2 because the Witch Queen's actually free until Sunday. For anybody who hasn't played the Witch Queen, you'll have access to the Wellspring, um, the exotic SMG, which is the Fawn-like SMG. You may have seen it if you watched my. Well, for those who have watched my streams in the last year, you'll probably see me use it here and there. But yeah, it's basically that craftable SMG that looks like it's made by the guys who made Fawn. And of course, we've got the exotic glaze that you have to do Wellspring to get them. You also get the Dead Messenger exotic mission as part of this package, as well as Valor Disciple Raid. Yes, the Valor Disciple Raid is free until Sunday, and my clan's and because I'm a part of a raid clan, which is called I Like Raids, um, we're pretty much going to be willing to take some Sherpas through Valor Disciple. So if there's any people in my anyone who watches my videos or is planning to play Destiny 2 this weekend and wants to experience Valor Disciple, then yeah, make sure to let me know, and I'll try and get the clan on board so we can hopefully do some runs this week. Hopefully we'll try and get some vowels in. Maybe we'll considering I'm not streaming tonight, I can do some vowels, and then I don't know, maybe thinking about it, I was thinking about doing Atomic Hub, but then I could always just do Destiny 2 and maybe help do some like more GM runs, and then maybe do some Val runs for those who any Sherpas who want a Val run or something. Maybe I'll do that instead of Atomic Hub. I mean, I was going to continue Atomic Hub, but I can always save that until after the Lightfall hypes die down. I bet when we're in the dry part of the season, then I'll come back to that. But yeah, wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. So, without further ado, though, guys, make sure to subscribe and also make sure to share this because, yeah, because I mean, and I also have to thank people for watching my Vidoc reaction video. Really appreciate that. That was so awesome to see all the views there. Like many people were loving it. Even the Destiny UK Twitter was loving it as well. And it's just so lovely to see like a lot of positive, a lot of like likes on that tweet and everything. And yeah, I'm just really appreciating all the hype really. And be able to hopefully we'll be able to hit some sub goals or subscriber goals on YouTube soon, because I'm trying to get myself back to that 5K subscribers, which was what my previous channel was at. So hopefully we'll get there during this Lightfall year. All right, without further ado, guys, are you ready? For those who haven't seen it, this is the moment. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The final big trailer drop before the release of Lightfall. We're 4 days out from this DLC. There'll be links in the description for those who want to pre-order, even the collector's edition, because Bungie did say on Twitter, by the way, that they're going to be having more stock out on the Bungie store, and they've actually got a sale going on right now for those who want to take advantage of it whilst there's a sale on. Which unfortunately it doesn't work with the collector's edition, but it works with lots of other items that you can pick up right now if you fancy buying anything from the Bungie store before Lightfall drops. But without further ado, let's take a look and see what the hype is all about, shall we? Let's do this.
16.
Oh man.
What is that? The witness
That is so. I'm just loving the vibes of these cutscenes all
is
the
at our
time.
doorstep.
And this scene here.
You have no
Wow.
purpose. Because you fear to seek one. That fear is your failure.
Yeah, this is so sick. I'm sorry, but it is.
Vanguard to all units. Keep the enemy away from the Traveler at all costs.
And there's the Illuma, the new location. I can't, yeah, which I think is going to be my favorite location.
What's at stake, Lightbearer. Not all of us have lives to spare.
I can't wait for the Cloud Strikers as well.
Fear brings
Oh,
you pain.
yeah, look at that.
We
What?
know pain.
Ghost gets ripped in half.
Our purpose is its end.
The battle begins here and now.
And I can't wait for Strad. I'm so excited to use Strad. Ecobosto, let's go. Oh man, this scene here, wow. These scenes are popping off, I'm sorry, but they are. They are popping off. I mean, if nobody's excited about Lightfall, then you're sadly mistaken. Right, let's run this back a minute
Peggy's.
here. We'll run this back a minute. So we're gonna scroll to this. All right, so the first scene here, you'll notice that we've got this. Well, because we're obviously going to break this down for those who are trying to make sense of stuff that we're seeing. But essentially, what we have here, you may have noticed this familiar theme that's popping up, where we've got this cracks in the water on the like glass. You may have noticed that this has been popping up a lot this year. That we've been, well, throughout the trailers we've been seeing these cracks coming out of the glass. Like it's like the witness seems to be appearing whenever these cracks happen, which I don't know if this is going to be relevant to something, but I just found it interesting that we're seeing more cracks in the glass. Vibes keep coming up like they did in the first trailer where the glass breaks when the witness shows up. So I'm wondering if this is going to be important for anything. Maybe, but I don't know. Maybe it is important. And then, of course, we come to this shot here. We've got Mara, Elizabeth, who is the Exo Stranger, and her Puka Khan. I probably butchered the pronunciation, but yeah, this is the Fish Ghost show we're going to be seeing in the new location. We also have Zavala and Ikora. It's nice to see Ikora getting involved because she hasn't really done that. Well, she's been doing bits and bobs here and there. Zavala hasn't really been that much active throughout the last year, but it's nice to see he's getting involved again. And then we come to this. Hang on. Yeah, we got a shot like this where you got the pyramids first, staring at the traveler, but then you've also got this shot here where the witness is getting closer to the traveler. You'll see this is him here, and then the traveler's right there. So it's really, really interesting scene here. The witness just walking above the earth to the traveler. Very spooky stuff indeed. And then we've got Morrisov here telling everybody that that is the witness, because obviously Zavala was wondering who that is. Obviously, she's letting them know it's the witness. And then of course we've got some more shots of these cutscenes we're going to be seeing of the ships and stuff. And then look, you got this rebel. I'm also curious of what happened here. Like, what's all this rebel all about? Is this coming from the Vanguard ships that he destroyed, or is this coming from another object that the Witness and the Pyramids destroyed? Because I'm curious to see what he destroys that he walks over. Curious about that. But then, of course, we have Zavala, who looks very concerned about something. Also, I know you got Osiris in the background as well, because he's curious to see what's going on. And then you've got the Cloud Strikers with Osiris, because we're going to be interacting with them quite a bit this next year. So it's nice to see. And yes, Cloud Strikers are basically these new allies we're going to be meeting in the new location, which I think they're going to be really cool. I mean, they seem like really cool people, and I'm being intrigued to learn more about their background and see what else they're capable of throughout the year. And then, of course, we've got this rebel again. Oh yeah, this looks like the stuff we saw on the Titan armor, which is interesting. So I don't know if this is. Yeah, that looks like our Guardian, doesn't it? Yeah, that looks like a Guardian floating in the. Oh yeah, that is the Guardian. Sorry. I mean, I thought he was floating for a minute, but yeah, it's that scene where the Guardian is looking up at the ships. So this is that very cut scene that we saw in the Vidoc briefly. And then, oh yeah, we got the witness, which I believe he's touching something that I believe he's about to touch the Traveler. I think this is what this scene is, which we've seen quite a bit, and we saw it in the Game Awards trailer, and then we saw it a little bit in the Vidoc recently. So this seems to be another important scene that seems to be showing up a lot. And oh yeah, and then of course the pyramids activate something and attack the ships. So I don't know if it's an attack mode or something, but it's yeah. I'm curious to see if that is going to be like a source of power in the future. Maybe I guess we'll see. Also, poor Amanda Holiday's about to get hit, so I'm hoping this doesn't mean this is the end of Amanda. Well, I don't think it will be, but I mean, fingers crossed, Amanda Holiday does not get killed by whatever's hitting her ship. Hopefully, because she gets hit by something. Yeah, so she's in space trying to deal with these Darkness Cabal, but then she also gets hit by something later on. And then, of course, we've got Osiris looking at some rebel that's coming down in Nomia, and Nina Numa, which I'm not too sure what this is about, but we'll learn more next week. And then, of course, we've got Cloud Strikers running around the city dealing with the dark. I like to refer them as Dark Cabal because they're pretty much related to the darkness now. And then, of course, you basically have some moments where the Cloud Strikers are having some conversations about the invasion, the war that's going on, and also dealing with the Tormentor, as you can see there. The Tormentor is visible. Oh yeah, and then of course we've got some shots of the Witness, which was really cool. We see a shot of the Witness going. Oh yeah, we have a Cloud Striker using what appears to be like a grenade launcher or a rocket, whatever this thing is. I think it's a rocket. Not too sure. Yeah, it kind of feels like a rocket of some sorts. Maybe it's a rocket. I'll be curious to see what people think. Is this a rocket? Because it does explode, so that's why I'm thinking: is this a rocket that he's using? I mean, yeah. If we take a look here for a second, yeah, he fires it like a rocket, and then of course we've got the witness who goes in, and then the witness is like some sort of a portal, and then you look at the ghost shell here. Like 1 minute he's fine, and then next minute he just stops, and then he splits into like multiple like he's trying to split into multiple pieces, which is very interesting. So I'm curious to see what does this mean in the Destiny universe? Does this mean like I mean, yeah, sure. If the ghost is not, yeah, we've been told before that if the ghost dies, you can't be res. But the interesting part here is that the ghost doesn't die. He sort of splits into like different individual pieces. So I'm kind of wondering, what does this signalize? Does this signalize that if a ghost is in this state, does this mean like it can't be recovered, or it can't be rescued, or it can't be like? I'm just curious to see what will is there any way to reverse this, or is this a thing that can't be reversed? Because I'm curious to see what this is gonna, what will this represent in terms of the law? Like, is this representing like an emergency code or something? Or I'm just curious. I'm curious like what does this signalize in terms of like warning signs that the ghost can do? And then, of course, we have more shots of the witness going into what appears. Well, I would imagine this is him traveling into the Traveler. I would imagine. I would imagine this is what this is. Which I'm curious. I'm actually now curious. Are we going to actually, thinking about it? Does this mean we're going to see what is inside the Traveler this year? Now that we're seeing shots like this, where the Traveler is teleporting through what appears to be the Traveler, could this be a sign of what we might find inside the Traveler? Are we going to find somebody in there? Is there a person in there we're going to meet? I'm just curious to see what you guys think. Are we going to meet somebody inside the Traveler? Are we going to meet an entity like an opposite to the Witness? I mean, I'm curious to see what you guys think of this. Like, could this lead to whatever's inside the actual Traveler itself? Could there be a person in there we're about to meet? And then of course we have of course Callus coming out of the Witnesses, whatever this thing is. I think it's like some kind of like a darkness container or whatever it is, and then coming out you've got Callus coming out, who's now been fully upgraded in the Honor of the Witness, which clearly I would imagine he's going to be some sort of a boss. He's probably going to be one of the bosses we're going to face, considering he's in there. Then of course we've got our Guardians next to a Tormentor, who we're going to be encountering quite a bit this year. And also yes, I'm still gonna run with this theory because I know my clanmates refuse to tell. Well, my clanmates believe it's not taking all our powers, but yeah, because of the fact that it has void energy. But I think there's something significant about when he grabs hold of us. I feel like he's trying to suck the remaining light subclasses like Solar and Arc from our energy, because the fact that he's sucking void from us makes me think, could he have the power to suck Arc and Solar from us? And if he does that mean we can't use those subclasses until the Tormentors have been properly defeated? I don't know, just something that came into my mind after seeing the fact that we keep seeing these scenes where the Tormentors are trying to suck our light somehow every time he has us in this position. So I'm kind of curious whether this is going to mean anything in terms of like, oh, if we're in this position, does this mean our light subclasses we cannot use them when he's in this state? I don't know. Like, he's basically going to make it so we can't use our light subclasses against him. Should he take some of our power out? And then of course we've got we've got this. Oh yeah, that was the same scene, right? I'm sure that's the same scene. Yeah, that's the same scene. And then we've got Strand. We've got the Titan Strand. Yeah, and then we have the Hunter Strand, which it'll grow with me. I'm obviously going to be a Warlock Strand main. I'm loving the Warlock Strand abilities. I feel like this is going to be one of the most amazing subclasses to experience. Cannot wait to play around with Strand. And then of course we've got this shot right here, guys. Have a good look at this. Does this look familiar to any Destiny 1 players who are watching this video? Because I will say, for those of you who haven't played Destiny 1, and I'm sure all the Destiny 1s are going to be screaming its name in the comments section, which, good job if you remember. This is the Kvostov for all the new players. Now, Kvostov is a very important weapon because it was the very first weapon you could get in Destiny 1. It was the very first, like, average weapon. It was basically just a basic white weapon you were able to get during the original D1 campaign. It was also brought back in that state for the New Light experience when the Cosmodrome came back. But however, though, there was a version of the Kvostov that came out in Rise of Iron that I used a lot, which was the Exotic version. And essentially what the Exotic version had was this ability for you to change the way that it fires. So you could have it firing slow, you could have it firing fast, depending on which speed you want the weapon to fire. Now, if this is what I think it is, I hope to God this means we're going to get the Exotic version, because if we get the Exotic version, it'll mean we'll get to change the rate. Well, it'll basically mean we'll be able to change whether we fire it slow or fire it fast. So essentially, we get to decide whether it fires like a scout rifle or fires like a traditional order rifle. So that right there. The fact that the Kvostov is here, I hope it's the Exotic version from Rise of Iron. I hope it comes back, because if it does, I am going to be going for it. Just saying, I am going to be doing the quest, and I'll probably do like a quest guide for those who want to get it. Once we figure out how to get this weapon, and then you'll be able to all get your hands on this, because this weapon is yeah, one of my favorite exotics from D1 Kovostov, along with Galahorn. This was another weapon I used a lot during my D1 Rise of Iron days. That I just loved this weapon so much. And they also had some really good ornaments as well, which I hope they will. Now, also another big question will be: will there be a catalyst for this weapon? I would imagine yes. Considering that the Kvostov is returning, I would imagine, yes, there is going to be a catalyst for this weapon. So fingers crossed, we will see a catalyst for Kvostov. And I would imagine it's going to be tied to an exotic mission. And if it is, then that'll be cool because it'll mean we'll have a normal one to get the weapon and a master one to get the catalyst. To me, now, thinking about it, we could have a similar scenario as we had with the Witch Queen, where it launched with the Dead Messenger exotic mission. So I'm wondering if we're going to have the similar situation with Lightfall, where we get Lightfall, but we also get the Kvostov exotic mission, where we'll get a normal and a master difficulty that will, where the normal one you get the weapon and the master one you get the catalyst, which I think would be really, really cool if that's what's happening. But either way, I'm very, very excited to see Kvostov back. I cannot wait to use this. I'm going to probably be using this quite a bit this year. So definitely, if you see my Guardian anyway using this, I love it. But yeah, so we have Kvostov. So glad to see it in the trailer. And then we have this shot here, which I thought was really cool. The fact that Zavala is trying to hold down he's trying to, basically something's happening in the background. Now, I'm kind of curious here because you'll notice that it looks like there's flames coming out. So it kind of looks like we might be seeing like some sort of like an energy source that's about to attack Zavala. And then they shut the shields down after a few seconds. So I'm wondering if it's like the power source from the pyramids, or whether it could be the explosion of the Witness going into the Traveler explosion or something. I'm curious now what this means, but we'll hopefully learn about it in Lightfall. And then, of course, we have a shot here where these ships are speeding. So the Cabal ship, this pyramid ships and the Cabal the Dark Cabal ships are speeding into inner space, which I find very interesting because I'm curious to see what this means. Hopefully, we'll find out soon. And then, of course, we have this shot here where one of the items is coming towards us, which I'm not too sure what this is, but I would imagine it's some kind of like maybe a future exotic mission. Who knows? Maybe a future dungeon, depending on the fact that it's coming towards us. And then we come to this shot right here. Now, this is the shot that everybody's talking about on Twitter, okay? So you may have seen everybody talking about this. But essentially what we have here is the Traveler building up an energy source from the inner ring, and then boom, it hits the pyramids. But then you'll also notice as we move closer in, you'll notice there's this weird Vex architecture that's around the Traveler. Like you see it, right? You see this little bits of Vex tech that what appears to be the portal from Garden. It's kind of building that shape in the Traveler, which I find very interesting. And also you'll notice on the side here, I'm going to move this up for a second. You'll notice here that this was something that Nikki Knight, hi Nikki, that depends if she's watching, that is. She pointed this out when we were watching it on stream yesterday. You'll notice there's this weird flower thing going on, which looks like the stuff from Garden on the pyramid. I'm wondering whether the Traveler is using its energy to sort of, try to turn it into the flowers from Garden. I don't know, just something that came into my mind when I saw this, because it's really interesting. It's building the shape of the portal from the Garden raid, which I thought was really interesting. Not too sure why it's doing that, but it's just something I've noticed in the Traveler in this scene. And then, of course, we got the Cloud. Oh yeah, and then this was interesting. Yeah, we have the Cloud Striker attacking the Cabal for a minute. And then, of course, after this scene, we have Osiris with the Cloud Strider for a bit, or whatever this thing is in the background. Curious to see what that is. And then we come to Kynal with her Cabal army. Obviously she's got the friendly Cabal because obviously Kaito is against her father. So they're in Numa, trying to help us deal with this crisis. And then of course we come to this shot right here. This shot right here. Now this is another scene that I thought was really interesting because a lot of people described it as the Sagira shell, which yes, I do agree. It looks like the Sagira shell. But also I'm curious to see what this ring is all about because you've got this you got all these pyramid tech going around the traveler like it's trying to get ready to cage it. Or at least that's how I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this like it's some kind of like a prison of some kind that the witness is designed for specifically for the traveler. And then you've got Savannah and Ikora that are watching this, and then there's cracks on the glass, which again must be very important to this scene. The fact that we're seeing the witness basically putting some sort of like a darkness ring around the traveler, like they're trying to absorb something into the traveler. I'm just curious to see what this means, but hopefully we'll find out soon. And then, of course, along with that, we have a shot where the witness is seeing visions. And what we see is we see all these different planets. So we see, oh yeah, I think this is. I thought at first this was Jupiter, which it might still be Jupiter, but then again, it could be Europa. And then we've got Mars. I think we've got, and then there's also a shot here. If I can slow this down a little bit. It's going to be tricky. Yeah, we see some. Nikki did point out Titan, the water planet from the moon of Jupiter, which is I think it was the moon of Jupiter. Yeah, it was the moon. Oh no, the moon of Saturn. Sorry, the moon of Saturn. And then we've got what appears to be the Earth. I think that's the Earth. We've got Mars. We've got Moon. I think that's the moon because it looks dark. It reminds me of the moon a little bit. And then we got those planets popping up, and then we have this weird thing going on. We've got this like weird lines that are coming up, which I'm not too sure what this is, but hopefully we'll learn more soon. And then we have it's almost like the traveler's trying to tell him about these planets. Like he's trying to convince him to release those planets, which I'll be very interested to see if the witness does that. Will he release those planets to us? I don't know. Are we going to get those planets back? Be very interested to see what that means. And then, of course, we see the witness about to touch the traveler, or in some capacity. And then, then we have this shot here where the witness is walking through this portal that I was talking about, and they're trying to build a ring around it. So I'm wondering whether this is kind of like the beginning. It kind of also looks similar to the previous logo we had for Lightfall, where we have the Traveler and a pyramid in the middle of it. So I'm wondering whether when the pyramid is in the middle of the Traveler, does that create a new power source? Because I'm starting to think, could this relate to like a future power source where if you have the Traveler and the Witness together, does that create a new power? And if it does, what does that mean for us as Guardians? I'll be very intrigued to see what that represents. But nevertheless, I'm very, very interested to see what this means for Destiny, to see this. But yeah, nevertheless, it looks I mean, the trailer speaks for itself. It looks epic, doesn't it? I'm so excited for Lightfall. Very, very excited. We're already 4 days out from this DLC dropping, and I hope everybody. I'm hoping that a lot of my friends have pre-ordered. And yes, I am going to be playing with my clanmate Ping, because we were talking about which characters we're going to start it on. I believe he's going to start on either his Hunter or his Titan. He was telling me last night, so I'll be playing as my Warlock to begin with, and then I might probably save. I'm thinking about maybe saving my other characters for my other friends, so I can. Or maybe I might do the campaign with other friends on my other characters, and we'll see. But because I know that I'm planning to. I know I'm going to be playing the Lightfall stuff with Tony, who's another great streamer who definitely deserves it. And in fact, she's actually doing a giveaway for Lightfall on PC. For those who might be interested in entering, if you're a PC player and looking to want to get Lightfall, she's doing a giveaway for I believe, yeah, I think she's giving away maybe 1 or 2 Lightfall codes. Yeah, I'm sure it's 1 or 2 she's giving away, but nevertheless, there'll be a link in the tweet if you want to make sure to support one of my favorite streamers' is giveaway. Because she's a PC person, of course, so that's why she's doing it on PC. I would imagine that many other streamers are going to be giving away Lightfall as well. I might have to ask and see if Miss K is doing one, because usually she does a giveaway for the DLC. So I would imagine she'll probably do one this weekend. So if she does, I'll probably link that if she happens to do one next week for those who want to get Lightfall, because she might possibly be doing a giveaway. I'll just have to ask her and see if she's planning to do one. But yeah, so I know I'm gonna definitely play with Miss Keller as well, and hopefully I'll get to play with Zoe. She's another British Destiny streamer, who plays Destiny like myself. She's the UK person like me, and yeah, hopefully I'll get to play with Wolf Girl. There's many friends I want to play Destiny 2 with, and hopefully I'll get to play with a lot of them. Paco, Mel, and yeah, there's a lot of people. I feel like this next year is going to be my funnest year, fun year on Destiny, where I'm going to have loads of friends to experience Lightfall with, and I'm just cannot wait to experience it with them. To experience all this goodness right here, like all of this. See, every single moment of this trailer just shows how epic this DLC is going to be. I know some people have their doubts about, some people might not be as excited as others, but I am so hyped. So hyped for I am like I said, I am so hyped for Lightfall. Very excited for everything that's coming. This DLC is going to be one. I feel like it's going to be one of the most amazing DLC experiences that we're going to have, and I think it's probably going to top the experience we had with Witch Queen. I think it's going to blow that out of the window because of how cool looking this thing looks. I mean, come on, you got to admit, right? The graphics look amazing on this. Like the hype levels of this trailer are just second to none. Like I'm so excited for this. And I hope you guys are as well. I hope many of you guys are looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to streaming this and just experiencing the hype that this DLC has to offer, and also learning more about the Witness as well, because I know many of us are curious to see what the Witness is going to do come Lightfall. I feel like we're going to be in for a very interesting year ahead in terms of the story. Some interesting plans are being put on the table here by Bungie, and I'm curious to see where they're taking it as we prepare for the final shape. Which, by the way, which of course we're going to probably be getting the reveal sometime in the summer, because they're probably going to do a reveal. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they do it in August, because that's when they did it last year. Their reveal for Lightfall, so chances are we're probably going to get it in August. But yeah, I'm so excited. Like I said, so excited for this DLC. Yeah, that's the date right there, 28th of Feb. 2023, the last day of the month, is the day we get to experience Lightfall, and I cannot wait to play it with many friends in the community and to enjoy this DLC with many of you guys and just have a great time. So, yeah, make sure to comment your thoughts about the trailer in the comment section below. I did the whole trailer reaction, and I've decided to put a breakdown in there because I had to bring up some interesting discussions on some of the scenes that we saw, because there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in there that I'm very excited for, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this DLC. 4 more days, guys. 4 more days, and then we're there. I hope you're ready, because I know I'm ready. So yeah. Thanks so much, you guys, and I will catch you all in my TWAB video, by the way, because I'm going to do my TWAB video after I've recorded this. I'm gonna hopefully get this out. Try to yeah, or maybe I'll record the Twab video and get this out after I've done the Twab video, and then you'll get to see it. But anyway, enjoy your day, and I'll see you guys for the Twab video that will be on my channel pretty soon. If you want to hear my thoughts of what they said in the Twab, so see you then.